A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
What it is, what it do, high noon on the Mason Crosby Show. My name is Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. Tommy Wirtz is here. And Mason, the kicker, Crosby, is here.
Is this Wednesday? Oh my God.
Mike. Hump day.
Hump day. I am weird. This is going to be a weird month, guys. I'm on a lot of Wednesdays this month. So, yeah, just changing things up.
You're on all the Wednesdays.
I'm on all the Wednesdays.
How?
I am Wednesday. Like, am I hump day? Is that what? I am hump day.
You're just humping around.
There's a dong from his butt joke on
Yeah,
there
exactly.
somewhere here.
Oh, man. Play the clip.
You got it?
I know. I have to get it all ready because
I think needs to be ready.
You know what I'm doing?
Moment.
You know what I'm doing?
No, I don't even care. I don't even care what he's doing.
Yeah, move on.
I literally don't care. You're the
Mute his
producer of
mic.
this show. You don't have the audio ready. Okay? That's
Mute
all.
that
That's all
mic.
it is. He's still talking. It's great. I love it. Nobody
in
can hear him.
timeout.
Does he
He's
think?
in timeout.
Does he think we can hear us, or is he just talking smack to us now? Like, I thought he was mad at Brandon and Rami. He's about to be mad at us, Mason.
I know.
Because
I know.
I'm like, do we let him talk?
Do you think
Like, this is the whole point of having sound. Like, I know Tommy hates using sound of any type on shows except for like Jake Bauer's home run highlights. Which
That's
is
all
great,
he has. That's all he has.
which is what we should have. Like, I totally am on board with that. But like other places I've worked, we have like all these sound effects and like callbacks and all this cool stuff. And it's like Tommy's like, nope, screw radio. I hate everything. Let's not do anything.
He's so bad.
And I'm 26, so I know more than you.
And he's like, okay, is he officially a Cubs fan now that he's dating like someone that's a Cubs fan?
No, he's not.
Okay.
She's a Cubs fan. Brandon and Rami have hacked him. He's been hacked. His Twitter account, they are the Jackwagons.
Okay, we have confirmed that because
nothing's confirmed, but but Tommy and I know. Tommy, it is confirmed. Yeah,
because I'm still having like concerns that it's not the girlfriend.
It's not the girlfriend.
She's not involved.
Dude,
in
she's
this.
on a cruise right now. Like, yeah. All right, here's Tommy. Ready?
3-run dong off his butt.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? It would have been way funnier if you
Off
played
his
that
butt.
during that.
No.
3-run dong off his butt. I had, you know what? I didn't have it ready to go because I logged out of the Adobe Audition that the other person in here before me was in.
What
Just
is it?
like a common courtesy.
That
from
is
there.
a common
Did
courtesy.
you log out of the entire profile
Well,
and re-log in?
The entire side was filled because of, I assume,
so you didn't log out of the entire profile,
had
like
to close the program.
right? You closed the program. You didn't log out of the computer and log back in.
Are you kidding me?
There you
No,
I have a question on
Like,
this.
I need a button. Like, can I get a hot button so I can just hit that?
Dong off his
Yeah, we need a hot button for that.
Where's my
That needs
hotkeys?
to
Where's my
always
hotkey?
be-
Like, I'm hitting the screen. Nothing's working.
See, if I was
Wow.
sitting over there, I could have a little bit more of this creativity, but I have to do
What do you
everything
mean? You're
through
the producer. You should be running the board. This is how
Dong
radio
off
works.
his butt.
Every
Can I
other
ask
radio
a
station in
Can I ask a
America works
workplace
this way.
question?
Yes.
Can I ask a
Unbelievable.
workplace
Of course,
question? Because
Crosby, yes.
I have not, I've not been in that, a traditional work situation. So like locker room, all this stuff is
Kick a field goal,
acceptable
Mason.
behavior.
Just go
right?
kick a field goal. All right.
Yeah, exactly. And like this is acceptable. It's acceptable on our show and all that. But like, do you think it's acceptable now? Does Tommy have grounds for retaliation? Like, in a
you
workplace?
think I'm not
Okay.
retaliating
All
at
right.
this
Yeah,
point?
1000%,
I
yeah.
am.
All right.
I am
I'm just making sure.
I'm
that,
waiting
like,
for
we're not
Snide
above
to
that.
storm
All right.
in on the retaliation because
Except that you're messing with things. Can I say it out loud?
I don't care.
You're messing with things at his desk, and he never goes to his desk.
Sure,
Like,
that's
he doesn't
fine.
sit at his desk. So
That's
it's like,
fine.
so
It's
you're
a long game.
like-
It's a long game.
right. Like,
Every time he does something, something gets removed
like
from his
pour
desk.
something down the gas tank of his motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that would be not fire, just like mud.
end it, right?
Mud.
Yeah, end
right.
it. Like
Mud.
it's like, all right, you mess with my Twitter, I'm like going to burn your motorcycle
Right.
to the ground.
Right.
God, that'd be the explosion out here would be
I
so
feel
awesome. I'm here for that.
I feel
Let's
like
go.
Micah Parsons, where he's getting his words clipped out of context into throwing Caleb Williams as the best player in the NFL. That's how
Yeah.
it feels right now.
That's how you
So
feel right now. You feel like Micah Parsons. That's who you feel
we're
like.
very similar athletes
That makes sense.
in that way.
That makes sense.
And yeah, so if you know what, I could get it ended. I'm letting it go on. It's fine because I'm helping out my fellow man still. And if I have to delete one Cubs and one Bears tweet a day just to make everyone else's life easier here, that's how nice a guy I am.
Guys, are we going to even talk politics today?
Are you kidding me?
Nice. All right.
Yeah, I think that's like the hour number 2.
Yeah.
You know, high noon in Provo is
Exactly.
always politics.
3-run dong off his
Tommy,
butts.
I have a non-related baseball conceptual question for you
Oh, okay.
that I want to start. Adam
Curious.
in West Palm, in South Florida, who calls in sometimes and posts on our YouTube page, just sent in this text.
Okay.
Luis Lara's guaranteed money is so much less than Pratt's. Supposedly, with realistic incentives, it could be around $63 million, but I wonder why there is such a big difference. Lara seems like a much better prospect. I wonder if they regret making Pratt such a big offer. Could you break down the perceptions of Lara versus Pratt as prospects and why that money was so different, at least on its face?
Well, first of all, Cooper Pratt was showcasing earlier than Luis Lara. Luis Lara had a good run in AA Biloxi, but this is the first
But nothing
year,
special.
Well, this is the first year we're seeing any power out of him. All his advanced analytics are up with his exit velo, his swing speed, and the home run numbers are just up. So that's why the Brewers kind of took it upon themselves to go out, try to get this guy on a very team-friendly and international player-friendly deal, right? I mean, you're coming from a lot of these guys are coming from neighborhoods and other places where $30 million is just a ridiculous number to get, right? It's baseball, all is guaranteed. The Brewers, I think, just wanted to lock up an outfield prospect who plays very sound defense. I mean, he's won a minor league Gold Glove, which they only give to like 3 guys a year in the minor league system. And right now, the Brewers outfield prospect depth is much farther away than Luis Lara is. Now, the Cooper Pratt signing, Cooper Pratt did showcase a little more thump coming into his prospect status. He homered again, by the way, yesterday in AAA Nashville. They get the deal done. It's a little bit more of a premium, I think, for a shortstop, too, if you sign him with this deal, as opposed to corner outfielder, potentially center fielder than Luis Lara.
Could I add one more thing to it that seems like, I don't know that this should count in it, but it definitely does. Cooper Pratt's 6'4", 210. Luis Lara's 5'7".
Right. That's what I mean. It's just a natural, powerful body compared to
because Pratt hasn't hit home runs. I mean, in 24, he hit 8 home runs. In 25, he hit 8 home runs. He's got 6 already this year.
Yeah.
So he's on pace for like 15-ish, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, but he's not like viewed as he's no Andrew Fisher.
But he had higher analytics of hitting
Brewers
the ball
just
harder.
want OPS.
Yes.
They just want you to get on base. And
Jake Bauers.
Yeah,
Do you have Jake Bauers walks, by the way, from last night?
I love
because
Jake
I was like,
Bauers.
he just like, even in a game where the top of the order was amazing 2 nights ago, and last night sucked. Jake Bauers still walks twice.
Yeah, he does.
Like, he just gets on base.
He's hard to pitch.
He's unbelievable.
He's top 10 OPS.
Did you see? I tweeted at Mike Vasallo yesterday.
Yeah, it was funny because he did tweet out a Jake Bauers thing as well. But you saying now, do Jake? Is great.
Because he tweeted up Bryce Terang's numbers. So Mike Vasallo, for those of you who don't know, is the senior public relations director for the Milwaukee Brewers, and he tweeted out Bryce Terang's numbers, clearly making a case for Bryce Terang to make the All-Star team. And his numbers and Jake Bauers' numbers are almost identical.
Yeah.
So I wrote back, now do Jake. And then there was Jake, and it was awesome.
Jake.
This series is drunk.
Yes.
What's going on with the
weird.
Brewers and the A's? And I don't know.
I don't like it.
I said either you want every baseball game played in this stadium, or you want to never see a baseball game.
This is the type
played.
of series that ruins swings and ruins momentum.
I am also wondering if they have the baseballs just juiced in general for this series, because
I don't think so. No.
I understand that
It's still just surprising they would play like they allow that, right? Like just such a drastic change of a stadium. Like obviously it happens in all sports as you're trying to figure out a home, but it just feels odd, right? Like you go to Vegas and now you're just playing in a minor league stadium and everyone's going to hit home runs.
Move the walls back if you're going to play this series.
340 to left. Like that's a poke to left field there.
Except it's not in that air. It's a pop-up.
Well, that's true.
That's right. Because I always said that. I'm like, yeah, everyone's like talks about Denver and all of that. Like, give me Arizona all day long.
Well,
like that dry, warm air. Like I'm hitting the ball just as far down in Arizona as I am in Colorado.
So to your point, Mason, the Diamondbacks play in a closed stadium, right, where they have generally. I think it has to be below 75 degrees. Isn't that the number? It's like a pretty cool number. They have to have.
Yeah, that's pretty cool
to have the stadium open. Otherwise, they close the roof, and then they have a humidor. Is that the correct way to pronounce that?
Ooh, so they pump. Humidifier. They a humidor. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure humidor is what you put cigars in.
That's cigars. Yeah.
Well, whatever
it's the same concept.
They are asking. They do make it more humid in those buildings because of the way the baseball travels.
Well, and that's what they were doing. They were putting baseballs in Colorado in a humidor for a couple seasons. I don't think they do anymore. But they were trying to get them to a level where at least it wasn't 15,
so in the
14
new Vegas stadium, like it's going to be a closed roof. They're going to have the humidors there as well. So this will not be humidifier. This will not. I'm pretty sure it's humidor, guys.
It's humidifier.
I don't think it's a humidifier.
Yeah.
I think
Are
I
you
would
talking
remember.
about treating the balls or treating the stadium?
The stadium.
If you're talking about treating the balls, it's the humidor. If you're talking about treating the stadium, it's a humidifier.
Humidor is like a small, like enclosed space.
Right, again, that you put cigars in.
All right. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Because I'm pretty sure it is a humidor for the baseballs.
Okay. And that it certainly could be. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talking text line. We're talking some Cooper Pratt and Luis Lara. We're also talking about the Brewers series. And Mason, I guess my concern here is that, especially after the first game, it's real easy for guys to think, hey, I can hit a fly ball and it's going to be a home run.
Yeah.
And then just try to hit fly balls instead of playing their game.
Exactly.
And I wonder how much Murph is talking to them yesterday and today, especially about guys, just go play Brewer baseball. Don't try to hit pop-ups that are going to be home runs. Don't try to play into what the A's are doing.
Because the A's are hitting home runs. I mean, this team has some pop.
Exactly. Let them do their thing. If you play Brewer baseball, you're going to win this series.
Yeah.
You're going to win you're going to win the second, 2 out of 3. But don't get caught up. And I think what really hurt last night, and listen, I didn't stay up to watch the whole game last night like Tommy did, but I know the Brewers finished 0 for 10.
Yeah.
The last 10 guys got out. I went to bed. I woke up and it was 7-5 in the 6th. And I'm like, all right, the Brewers can definitely win this game. You're telling me I'll take the over on scoring 3 more runs in this game.
For sure.
They didn't get a hit. What happened, Tommy, in the end of the last 3 innings?
Are you just you're just trying to hit home runs at that point?
I think
you're just trying to catch up faster.
They struck out 7 times in
so you're trying to hit home runs.
Then. Yeah.
I mean, you're trying to get that score up quick. No, I don't like that either. That's not their game. If the home runs come like they did in that first game, I think that's more their game. But this team is not that, hey, we can draw on power anytime we want and hit home runs. It has to be there, and you just have to kind of pick and choose your times.
I think that's absolutely right, and I think that's what we saw last night, and so I hope that's Murph's message today.
And okay, we had this off-air conversation, a little quick text. I want you to explain to me, Mitch, why Gasser didn't have a bad game, and is it situational because it's the stadium? Is that
yes, yeah?
Okay,
all right. So first of all, I'm not arguing he had a good game.
Okay.
But I'm saying I don't think it was a catastrophic.
So
I don't think I don't think it was terrible. I don't think it was catastrophic. I think he kept the team in the game. And for the most part, the home runs he gave up were solo home runs, which, yes, you don't want to give up that many home runs, but that could have been 10 runs instead of 5 if there's a couple guys on each time he does it. He didn't wait. He walked 2. He struck out 7. Yep. I think overall it was if he pitches like that in some of the other ballparks the Brewers play in, it's a much better result. It's fly balls to the outfield. It's the strikeout numbers were there. I don't know that he's a long-term answer in this starting rotation. Tommy's shaking his head. No, Tommy's probably right. But I think, again, he kept the team. When I went to bed in the 6th inning, it was 7-5. He kept the team in the game.
So do you think, and then we saw Coleman Crowe come in, out of the pen. So does that mean, does that tell us, is Woodruff close? Is someone else close?
What did he do yesterday? He pitched yesterday. What did he do?
Is Pro getting out of the starting rotation?
No, I think that, first of all, they had to use 7 pitchers in game 1. That probably threw off a whole lot of what they were going to do down the plan for this series. But Woody yesterday, I think, was like 3 2/3, 68 pitches, 5 strikeouts, something like that. It was fine.
Sounds like he's ready.
Yeah. I did hear he's testing out a new arm slot.
Yeah,
that's what we talked about.
That was in McCalvy's article last week.
Which was kind of weird, kind of interesting.
Kind of like it.
I like it.
Whatever it is. I just think of like Moneyball, right, where the guy throws funny or whatever, and he changes it up a little bit because of that.
It works sometimes.
Gasser yesterday, that was very predictable. I mean, that was bound to happen because of what's going on with the stadium effect.
But it wasn't brutal. Like, it wasn't awful.
To your point, Mitch, like 5 runs is not going to win a game in this series.
Right.
5 runs is not going to win a game. Right. So like the Brewers offense needed to be better. Absolutely.
Today, you've got 2 pitchers with ERAs over 6. Like this, again, Tommy, you tell me, if it's 7-5 in the 6th inning last night and you got the over 13, you got to go to bed thinking you got that winner sewn up.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Right? There's no way you think there's no runs being scored in the last 3 innings.
So you look at it on the back end and you say the offense underachieved late in this game.
Absolutely.
And like, that's clear. Yep. I just, I'm always also like, the big picture. And I'm just like, sure, I get the stadium. And so your point is valid that if they're playing in another stadium, some of these balls might not go out. And Gasser doesn't look like, it just does, his stat lines don't look as bad.
The over-under is 14.5 today.
That's ridiculous.
14.5.
And you got to think, this Brewers team, how good they've been, like, their bats aren't going to be cold again. Like, they are going to go, they're going to score 10-plus runs.
There's a couple things I want to bring up, too, also in some splits here, right? So, first of all, how many games are the Brewers going to win when they don't get a hit from Terang, Contreras, and Bowers all in the same game?
Yeah. They're going to struggle a little bit when that happens.
For sure. Yeah, so that's the first one. The other,
and then what happened to Rengifo? Did you say he broke his foot?
No, he fouled one off his.
You were just.
It was wishful
being sorry. Yeah, you were just.
But he did get replaced.
Later in the game.
He did get replaced later in the game. That was Vaughn. But.
The other one that I want to bring up is David Hamilton not getting a hit is far more important in Brewers games this year than you might recognize to this point.
I agree. I mean, I feel like, we talked about Hamilton last week.
So when I have it somewhere right here, but in games in which the Brewers win, David Hamilton is one of the best players on the team, and in games in which they lose, he does absolutely nothing in the game. So he's actually been kind of a fun little like barometer
is the
see.
word.
Yeah, humidor. He's been a really fun humidor during this.
The humidor
to see if you like that one.
Are we all
but I think he's hitting over 300 in wins, and he's batting under 100 in losses.
Oh, wow.
Which makes no sense. Like that, basically David Hamilton gets a hit. The Brewers have a significant chance
as
to win
Alexander Hamilton
nice
goes.
Having a
so goes the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of hang that stat on and say like he is that hinge player that keeps this whole thing going.
I don't know where this split went, but I'm going to find it.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law talking text line. 414-677-1250. You want to shoot in some text, your thoughts. You got it, Tommy?
I got it.
Okay,
right
all right,
here.
go ahead.
So among all players in games won by the team, David Hamilton is hitting 330 with a 420 on base percentage and an 863 OPS. That's in games that the team wins. In games that they have lost this year, David Hamilton is hitting 083 and has a 167 on base percentage and an OPS of 300. So it literally is David Hamilton does well and the Brewers win. And if David Hamilton does not do well, the Brewers lose.
All right. Come on, David Hamilton. I mean, we got to rely on him to get this team to the World Series. It's all on David Hamilton.
That's what it sounds like.
Yes. This is the Mason Crosby Show, 414-677-1250. We're going to continue this Brewers conversation. We also have NBA Finals talk to get to, some World Cup soccer, but not NBA Finals and World Cup soccer. We have interesting conversation pieces to have on that as well. So stay tuned. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Welcome back to This Day in Sports on the Mitch Nellis Show. Oh wait, that's a different show.
Was that you?
This was the theme music. Yeah, this was the
man.
theme music for This Day in Sports every day. It was the end. It was a 2-hour show. It was 1 to 3, and so at 1:50 every day we would play this theme and just go over like birthdays and this.
So
you know
inspirational.
What? Let's check out This Day in Sports.
Crosby, you ever been on a cruise?
I have been on one cruise. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Did you hate it?
We should have a Mason Crosby show like themed like cruise trip.
I was wondering though, if you said you've only been on one, like you would go on another one if you enjoyed it. It sounds like.
Yeah, it was like a Packer cruise. I think I talked about it. Like I had a little too much fun the first night, and then we had like a autograph and like Q&A thing in the bowels of the ship the next morning, and it was not pleasant.
Really?
So I remember some of those moments.
Today in sports, in 1934, in the FIFA World Cup final, Italy scores in extra time to beat Czechoslovakia, which doesn't even exist as a country anymore.
And Italy
can't even make the World Cup.
Italy doesn't exist.
Jeez, what a fall from.
In 1944, relief pitcher Joe Nuxhall debuts for the Reds at 15 years, 316 days.
What?
Dude wasn't even 16. He ended up becoming an all-star and a broadcaster. But
That's awesome.
He played before he even turned 16. That's crazy.
Nuts and all.
In 1972, Hank Aaron tied the all-time record for most Grand Slams in a career.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. In 1974, Mike Schmidt hit the Astrodome roof with a fly ball.
That's awesome.
Mace, did you ever go to the Astrodome? Did you ever make it to the
I have
Astrodome?
been in there. Yeah, I saw. I think I saw some like a few rodeos there.
That's on brand.
Did you ever try to punt and hit the scoreboard at the New Dallas?
Oh, for sure.
Or anywhere?
Yeah.
Did you ever hit a scoreboard in any stadium?
Yes, I did. Actually, my high school scoreboard, I broke that thing a couple times.
Not on purpose, of course.
No, like a funny story in high school, like the booster club, I kept kicking field goals into the parking lot and like hitting cars and breaking windows and doing things. So booster club puts all this, puts a little fundraiser together, gets some money, puts a net up, but the net wasn't high enough. And I kept it was a challenge. I kept kicking the ball over the net and breaking cars. Every time I see one of my buddies' dad, who was like the president of the booster club, he brings that up all the time. He's just like, it still bothers me. We invested and put that net up and you still kicked it over. And one time I was like right hash, scoreboards on the left. It was like a kind of a hard angle and hit it through, and I blew up the scoreboard.
This day in history as well. A lot of French Open, a lot of Belmont Stakes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of NHL hockey final.
Yeah, didn't Secretariat win by like 30 lengths today? Pretty sure
Was
that
today?
also happened.
Okay.
Ooh,
I didn't see that one, but
yeah.
Rafael Nadal beat Federer in 2007.
Was that the first time?
I mean, they did that every year.
Right, I know. They did that. That's the thing. Like, they did it every year. Like, I got like a Steffi Graf and a Chris Everett and all that. Yeah, that's right.
Nice.
This day in sports. This is the Mason Crosby Show. My name's Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, Mason Crosby here as well. And I know Adam from West Palm brought up earlier in the show, Luis Lara being signed by the Brewers to a multi-year contract, 7-year, $31 million deal, club options for 33, 34, and 35. Luis Lara is batting .338, 7 home runs, 27 RBI, and 18 stolen bases so far this year in Nashville. In the International League, he is second in runs, second in on-base percentage, tied for third in hits, fourth in batting average, tied for fifth in walks. Tommy, why isn't Luis Lara a member of the Milwaukee Brewers?
Sounds like a Brewer. I mean, it sounds like every player on this Brewers roster.
Maybe they're waiting to see who they trade from the big league club.
Okay.
Who would you anticipate?
Yeah. I am telling you right.
Insider.
I would tell you, I'm not an insider, but from speculation and just a thought.
You're a speculator.
I'm an inside speculator. I don't think Sal Frelick and Garrett Mitchell are safe on this team if Luis Lara's got a contract now.
Now, Mitchell worked a little hard yesterday. Mitchell worked.
Oh, Mitchell's having a fine year, actually. Yeah. I think everyone would take a 750 OPS out of Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for anything more out of him. Maybe that means they want to try to entice a little bit better. I think that Luis Lara, they're doing the same approach with Cooper Pratt, right? Where they're going to let him take his time to get up here, but he did get added to the 40-man because of that. And Brian Fitzpatrick heads to the 60-day IL.
Which he's injured anyway, so not a big deal.
So I don't know. If the deal gets done, why get it done right now if you don't have an intention of bringing them up at some point?
Or of trading him with Luis Lara specifically.
Sure, maybe you could do that.
Do you think is he not a good enough prospect that you want to keep him around?
Why would I don't understand, like, hey, let's negotiate this contract with you just to send you off. Like, I feel like that would be pretty shady business by the Brewers too, if they're doing it that way. And it just doesn't seem like that would be can the Brewers do it now? And another team can say, thanks for getting the contract done for us.
I can see it that way. Yeah. Like where it's like, all right, y'all locked in he has numbers now. And now we can get a really good future prospect.
You already had 5 to 6 years of team control still. So
true.
What was the point?
I don't know. I mean, maybe to Mitch's point, like that is their intention, is like you're now going to ship him off with 8 years of control that some team can take over, and you get you get somebody ready to go right now that comes in to help this Brewers team get over the hump.
I think they're looking at a guy like Sal Frelick this year and thinking of what they did with Caleb Durbin, right? Where all offseason, the justification was selling high on a good year for a Caleb Durbin who maybe didn't really have a high ceiling necessarily. And that might have been, and they did the same with Isaac Collins also as well this year, because his numbers aren't that great over in Kansas City to this point either. I'm wondering if they are deciding on whether or not they need to try to finesse another team with a Sal Frelick type trade.
Did they fall short in not doing that last year and selling high? Because right now you're getting very little for, if anything, for Sal Frelick. Like, I don't know if there's any trade value for Sal Frelick.
Maybe there is, maybe there isn't right now, because he is a very good defender, right? Traditionally a very good defender, and he's got that scrappy mentality that the Brewers love to play up for other teams to like, and that's why Caleb Durbin left.
But do you think the Caleb Durbin, Isaac Collins, some of these deals are going to hurt the Brewers?
I don't know why
negotiating where they're going to say, like,
that's a great point.
They know their guys, and like they're sending them off like kind of in these packages, and now wherever they're going, they're not doing as well. Is that? I mean,
I don't know why
if you're trading, I'd be a red flag.
I have no idea why any team would trade with the Brewers. I mean, the Brewers just don't lose trades at this point anymore. I mean, the Collins Mears trade for Serpa gets hurt. He didn't look all that great when he was here. Maybe that's a wash right now, because I think Mears got blown up, and Collins right now is hitting 212 for Kansas City. But that Caleb Durbin trade, where they gave up Durbin, Monasterio, and Siegler, and in return they give up Harrison, Drowan, who have been vital in the starting rotation, and David Hamilton, as we just learned, is very important in winning games for the Brewers versus losing games for the Brewers. So
for sure, getting
3 major leaguers out of 3 not good major leaguers, for lack of better words, for Durbin, Siegler, and Monasterio. I don't know why.
That's one of the best trades that has ever happened.
It might be the best trade since the Vaughn for Savale last year, and then before that, like you're talking about Yelich for Lewis Brinson. Like that trade was ridiculous. And Monte Harrison too is playing football now at Arkansas.
I saw that. That's crazy. One of the guys they traded for Christian Yelich is now playing college football.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. He's 27 years old, going to play
college
football.
What is going on in this world?
I could play college football.
Yeah, you could.
Couldn't I?
Yeah,
we've already talked like long snapper.
Yeah.
Because that's so easy, right?
D3.
So easy.
You give me a year right now to train to be a long snapper. D3, dude. I'm playing long snapper.
No, you could.
I'm playing it.
No,
I'm playing it, man. I'm telling you.
UW
Whitewater, here I come.
I was just gonna say, if you went to Whitewater,
I'm not going to Whitewater. Whitewater's good. I'm going to
You're
somebody
gonna have
bad.
to go to Elmhurst with Charlie or something.
I'm going to like Stout.
You could do like maybe a local beer league, like pickup game.
2 for 2 with 2 doubles last night, guys. No big deal.
Oh, the other way?
Yeah. Yep. Both to right.
Yeah. All his powers to right.
All my powers to right.
All the powers to right.
Yeah. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talking text line. So again, 2 guys with ERAs over 6 tonight. Over-unders 14.5. Is there any way Sprout comes out of this alive, Tommy?
I mean, how can you not see an over-under of 14.5 in a baseball game and not want to bet the over?
Right,
Like, you have
That's
to bet
insane.
the over. Yesterday, I know it was 13.5.
It should have gone over.
And
They were at 12 through 6 innings.
But it's a little bit. It's an hour earlier. Does that mean the weather? It's supposed to be warm as hell again.
It's supposed to be
here
hot
in Vegas.
Today's the high during the day of like 106.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm wondering if. I mean, the ball's going to be flying again today.
You got to
Do you
take it
know
over.
what was the yesterday? I think so. Langoliers had plus 185 to homer. That's what it was yesterday.
That was it?
The line, it was just plus 185.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how low that number was. And I think Soderstrom also was very low, and he ended up homering.
Well,
but if we look today.
What was Kurtz?
Yeah, he should be free, right?
Yeah.
At every time. Should we do a homer parlay and see if we can get 3 homers in this for something
Ooh,
crazy
I like that.
right now?
I like that.
right.
They don't have the lineup up maybe yet
Oh.
here, so I don't know if you can do it quite yet. Oh man. The over-under for the Brewers is actually at 7.5 also for this game.
Perkins
For home runs
for the
or for their
record.
score?
For the score.
I was like, well, we were just talking home runs. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh no. that
Perkins
was
for the
about to get
record
hot.
is a right-handed pitcher.
Which means we won't see Andrew Vaughn again. Which
he's
is
got
stupid.
3 saves on the year. Is he just opening, or do you think they're gonna? Let me see his game log.
I have no idea, but
Yeah. No,
yeah.
he pitched. He started the last game, pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 earned runs in a 5-1 loss at Houston.
So Jake's
Yikes.
gonna homer today. Kurtz is gonna. Well, they're probably gonna walk. Are they gonna walk Kurtz every time now? Because that guy
just
is
go for his thighs.
Yeah,
just hit
that
him.
guy's ridiculous.
Hit him in the hit him,
make him hurt.
hit him on his hit him with a dong on his butt.
Yep.
Okay, that's not the context that was used.
What? I think it is.
A 4-seam dong on his butt.
That's
What?
right.
Oh, I didn't put my sound up. That.
Are you kidding me?
There it is. That was.
That's right.
Go. But
A dong off the bat.
there's going to be. Okay, what if we say over under 5.5 home runs in this game?
Perkins in 32 innings has only given up 2 home runs, for the record, but he did give up a home run on Friday, his last start.
Okay, so
give
he's
him
not
one
giving
home
up
run.
a lot of home runs.
But they're also playing in Las Vegas. What would you say over under?
What if I said it was 5.5?
I
Man,
don't.
I like 4.5 way better.
Well, that's why this.
I know
it's
you're.
a line.
Why you got to be a jerk?
Because what was
Um,
it? They got 6
I'm still-
overall
for
yesterday.
both teams.
Both teams 5.5.
Yeah, I'm still taking the over.
I'd pump the over.
Yeah, I'm still taking the over.
sure.
It's just ridiculous.
This field is stupid, right?
Unfortunately, Sproat might give up. He's going to give up 3 or 4.
Yeah,
The
easy.
gasser was so predictable yesterday. I think I saw someone say like, "There's no way he's not giving up at least 3," and he gave up 4. So
Right. That's what I mean. That's what he does.
Yeah,
Like it's okay.
take the over on 5.5. I think. Yeah, I think.
I mean,
Wild,
Brandon
Wild,
Sproat's given up
Bill's
11
Wild
to-
Bill's hitting a home run today. If he's playing,
He's
is
got
he
to come
playing?
back. I don't know. Sanchez could hit one today.
oh, if Sanchez is playing in this stadium,
Sproat has given up
Sanchez.
11 this year. Yeah, they're it's over.
Yeah.
Take the over.
It's
Take
over.
the over. Yeah.
It's over.
414-677-1250. I have a question for Mason when we come back. We saw the NBA ruled that Wemby's push down of Brunson was not going to be upgraded to a flagrant. It was not called a foul during the game. And I just wanted to ask Mason about the concept of sending a message. Many of us remember in the Olympics, Kobe Bryant very famously ran over teammate Pau Gasol on the first play of the game and absolutely destroyed him to send a message in that game, in that U.S.-France game years and years ago, or Spain, excuse me. And I just want to have you, Mason, been seen that? Does it work? Let's get into that conversation when we come back here.
I like it.
Yep, on the Mason Crosby Show.
start for the Spurs. A lot of post wrestling going on down there as Hart comes up.
Brunson's got to be smart, though. He's already got one foul. Watch this play. This is what frustrated Brunson. Oh, whoa. That's, excuse me, that should be a flagrant one. I can understand why Brunson, and then Wemby's laughing at it. And Brunson's got to be smart. He can't retaliate because that would be his second foul.
This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, and Mason Crosby here. That, of course, from Game 3 early in the first quarter. Wemby throwing Jalen Brunson to the ground. No foul call, no flagrant foul call. The league looked at it, did not rule it a flagrant foul. Had they ruled it a flagrant foul, Wemby would have been one flagrant away from a suspension in the playoffs. So many thinking that maybe the NBA is protecting Wemby in this instance. And I don't want to get.
Do you think the refs think about that? Like, do you think they say just like don't throw, like don't do something for the star players?
I do think they think that. Not in the heat of the battle. Like, they could have blown the whistle on that.
Surprised they didn't call a foul.
Right.
Like I get not doing a flagrant there, but like probably should have been a foul.
Yes. So I don't think they think of it like, oh, let's not call the foul. I think they should have called the foul. I do think when they look at, should we call this a flagrant, they do look at how close stars are, and it has to be really egregious. Like Draymond getting suspended against the Cavs, allowing the Cavs and LeBron to win a championship.
Yeah.
Not only was, an example of that, but it was also an example of getting LeBron a ring in Cleveland.
So
which
you
the
think
NBA
it was
also
the other
wanted.
side?
Yes.
It's like, all right, so like they give the flagrant
At
that
times.
could have been borderline to try to help.
So I don't want to discuss whether this should have been called a flagrant or not. Like obviously
it should have been a foul.
Yeah, it should have been a foul.
How do you think about announcers like calling out on air that should be a flagrant?
Oh, I love that.
Like,
I love having an opinion. Yeah.
Okay.
And listen, they're not announcers aren't
they're not
referees,
like they're
just
not
like we're not
in
referees.
anyone's ear, right?
No.
Like they're not telling the refs or any. That's just their opinion out to the general public. So I can see that, because like when I first heard that, I'm like, is that unprofessional to like put your throw that out there that you think it should be a flagrant?
No, I want my announcers to have an opinion and to be strong in their opinion. I don't like them to hem and haw
Just
and
to
not
be like
just like,
ground
oh
on
well,
everything.
maybe but Mason, I wanted to ask you. I do think that Wemby didn't want to get tangled up with Brunson, that he threw him, and that there was a little message. Brunson in game 1 hurt his knee and his thigh.
Yeah.
I think the Spurs are targeting him to hit him a little bit extra. His shooting percentage has been terrible in the finals so far through 3 games. I heard somebody this morning say, the Knicks haven't played a good game yet. Like they've played 3
Just
mediocre
scrappy.
games. They've just been scrappy. But if they put a game together tonight, but I want to go back to you about the concept of sending a message. And, I mentioned before we went to break that Kobe running over his LA Lakers teammate, Pau Gasol, which is a famous NBA highlight. In the NFL, it's a little bit different because obviously it's a contact sport.
It's always,
but there are blindside hits. There are situations where guys can take out other guys. Do you see, whether it's a divisional game or a game in the playoffs or a team that's had your number, is there the concept of sending a message with a hit in some of these games?
I think always those first 5 minutes of a game are like you're setting the tone, right?
Mm-hmm.
NFL, football, like as a little kid, you talk about set the tone early, right? And so you get that first running back down the sideline, like they're one-on-one, they're going to try to run through somebody, and the defender's going to try to prove that they are not going to be for that all day.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever wins that battle, you're going to watch for that all game to see, like, all right, can they overcome? And then that running back knows if he got the best of that guy, he's going to try to get that matchup all day long.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, all right, I'm going to try to get that. I think Wemby in this situation was because I think that's kind of the rhetoric around him. Can you get a body on him? Can you physically take Wemby and
he doesn't
because he's long and
he doesn't have a lot of meat on his bones.
Yeah,
right?
he's not thick.
Yeah.
Because sometimes Towns can kind of body him around a little bit in this series. But it's like he was probably saying, I'm here for that physicality.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to set the tone. And he had a great game in game 3.
Yes.
And he kind of, it looked like he was up for that physical challenge. And I think from a Wemby standpoint, he said right there in that first quarter, I am here for the physicality. I'm not worried about if I'm going to get a foul or I'm going to get a flagrant. Whatever comes my way, I'm going to play physical and I'm going to get after it. And that's what the tone setters and the leaders of teams have to do at times.
414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talking text line. Your thoughts on an early hit to set the tone. We'll see tonight if the Knicks hit back. But I also want to ask you, Mason, about like the concept of rivalry. Like this one's a little bit different. You made the point. Wemby is not thick. He's going to want to set, he's going to want to do something physical to kind of set the tone of that game. But is there also like, is there a Packer hits Caleb Williams this year, not to set the tone for that game, but to set the tone for a rivalry, to say like, hey, we lost to you 2 out of 3 the past 2 years or whatever it is. Like we're going to hit you harder this year than you've ever been hit before, to set the tone for the rivalry, not just for this game specifically.
I think if you're not having at least a little bit of that mindset going into those games like that, then like you're kind of missing the point a little bit, right?
Okay.
Like, I do think you need to say like, not that it's different or that it has to be like something egregious, but it's like, they need to know that like this is how we're going to play ball. I mean, you saw it with the Bears. We got really mad, like some of the hits on Jordan Love, right? And I think it was the Lions as well. Did a couple there in Detroit where it's just, that was a little excessive. They kind of got under his chin a little bit, did something like, and we didn't like that. Fans don't like it. The players, the team doesn't like it. And you got to play on that edge. I talk about that all the time in professional sports. You are on that edge, and you might go over it a couple times and you might get called, but it will set like the standard of like how this game is going to be played. And I think if in those first 5 minutes, if you don't have that moment, like the game can kind of get in limbo a little bit. So I think you set that tone early, you go out there, you pick somebody. And again, I remember in those studies, guys would look at like the film and they're like, I'm going after him. Yeah. Like I am going to set the tone and I'm going to go after this guy early and often in this game and make him stop me.
And did you know if a guy was going to go to the edge or go over the edge? Like, are there certain guys you knew?
Yeah, you had a feeling.
Knew the edge versus, and would you ever have to say anything, or did Aaron have to say something to this guy like, hey, don't go too far. Like, we need you in this game.
There were times, but it was like, I remember our best teams. It was the offensive lineman. It was, I know Clay Matthews lived on that edge. It was like, I'm going to go hit somebody and make him feel my presence. Nice. If I get called on something, so be it.
We're going to keep this conversation going. We'll talk a little about the NBA Finals. We got to talk about the Big 12 and Texas Tech as well. I'm right there with you, Mace. He's Mason Crosby. Tommy Wirtz is here. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook and on the free Odyssey app.
Welcome into hour number 2 of the Mason Crosby Show. Jackson Hole. They don't ski year round in Jackson Hole, do they, Mace?
I wouldn't think so.
No, I mean there might be snow at the way top, but I don't
you're
think
not skiing up there.
No.
Beautiful through Jackson Hole up to Yellowstone. I've made that trip before when I was a kid. It's awesome.
Okay, Kevin Costner. No big deal.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the Mason Crosby Show. Thanks for being a part of it. Want to let everybody know that the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network just got bigger. Welcome to the city of Madison. Woo! You can now listen to The Fan in Madtown on 94.9 HD2. Your favorite local shows each weekday from 6A to 6P, plus the best in Brewers coverage with the leadoff show and the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Man, that's some good Tommy right there. Keep it tuned to 94.9 HD2 when you're listening to the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network in Madison.
Man, we're in HD. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's scary. Also scary.
Welcome to HD.
Yeah, you can see all my pores then. Don't look.
Dude, you know what's crazy?
Look at me. I'm hideous.
I look back at like my early days in the NFL and like some of those, like the grainy footage.
Yeah.
And just how bad that looks. Like it looked normal.
And it was
then.
good then.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it's like HD came out and it's like, oh my gosh, how did I ever watch games, watch film, anything not in HD? It's like, it just doesn't even make sense. But
do you guys know that I know the guy who invented the HDMI cable?
Wow.
What?
Yeah, so crazy.
What does that even mean?
Crazy. Meaning that my roommate in California, after living with him for like a month, I complained about an HDMI cable.
Okay.
And then he said, I'll like get my dad on the phone. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, my dad worked for Dolby. He's credited with the invention of the HDMI
Heck
cable.
yeah.
Like,
is he rich?
Enough. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they were in like Cupertino, which is where the iPhones are made, right? In the Apple.
Right outside of Stanford.
And very expensive house, but it's California expensive.
Right, everything.
So everything.
Yeah, I showed you what Uncle Joey Pants is looking at.
It's like 2,500 square feet. Like,
but if
$1 million.
If my dad invented, like, that's something that blew my mind when he told me that, because I mean, everyone has how many in their house? How many HDMI cables are in your house? There's got to be a couple, few,
like
right?
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, but everyone has that in their house.
Yeah,
for sure. And
everywhere.
That blew my mind. I was like, dude, you should be introducing yourself like, hi, I am Lucas. My dad invented the HDMI cable.
Well, his dad did it. He didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't do it.
He had nothing to do with it.
But now he just started
Can't
music
take credit
school
for that.
in Spain. Last 2 weeks
when
ago.
your dad invents cool stuff, you can afford to start music school in Spain.
That could have been the most like elite segue ever. Like, my dad invented the HDMI, so I'm going to go to music school in Spain. Like 26 years old.
414-677-1250. As much as I love Tommy in Bayview, I don't think he's going to music school in Spain. Tommy, how you doing, brother?
Maybe music school in Cudahy.
Oh, there you go. Yes. Nice. Dude's a tuba player for sure.
Wow. Nicely done.
Hey, so my take on this is if I'm Mike Brown, I send the last guy on the bench in, and he just runs right over Wemby.
Oh, yeah, let's go. I love this.
Just gets a flagrant 2.
Yep.
And then I go after Castle and get a flagrant 2. And that guy's not going to see
just chaos,
any more playing time. But I take care of them both. Send that message like we're done playing around.
Or you get somebody on that front row of the at Madison Square Gardens, and you say, hey, you have a seat here on this court for the rest of your life if you just jump up and run through somebody as they're running and like try to take their ankles out.
Yeah, exactly. Send what's his face, Ben Stiller. at Wemby. Let
Seriously.
him chew on his knee a little bit.
I was going to say, that's exactly what Ben Stiller
Just
did.
jump right
Tommy,
through his kneecap.
Like he's going to just chew on his ankle.
This is. Are we supposed to say like we don't condone this? Like after
You
Tommy
say whatever
speaks?
you want,
All
bro.
right,
Well,
but
you know, when you go this extreme, nothing like this would ever happen.
Well,
but I love the thought of it. I just picture somebody coming off that bench.
what do you mean no one will ever do this? This is literally New Orleans Saints football. Like after 15, what was that, 20 years ago, 20 years ago now with Bounty Gate.
The Bounty Gate?
Yeah. I mean, it's the exact same idea.
Gosh.
Yeah.
They used to get
And Sean Payton's allowed to coach still.
That's true.
That's
true.
ridiculous.
You're not wrong. You're not
Yeah.
wrong. All right.
Yeah.
Tommy,
Gosh.
thanks for the
I
call,
love
brother.
it, Tommy.
Take care, guys.
Let's go to Ram on the north side of Milwaukee. Ram, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
Hey, I was thinking before the game they should play Regulators by Nate Dogg.
Mount ups.
Yeah, we got to go there and then go with PE with a little Terradome and
Nice.
get that going, get the crowd kind of juiced up a little bit, and then maybe even let Charles Oakley back into the Garden
That's
Let him go.
and have him stand up under the goal.
That'd be
Hey,
amazing.
Mason, I forgot to tell you, I used to live in Colorado.
Oh, really? All right.
I know about Colfax Avenue, Colorado Boulevard.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And you
Is
remember
it
Regis
Colfax?
University?
Is Colfax one of the longest
Yep,
streets
the longest street in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
It's the longest street. It's the longest boulevard in the world.
There you
It
go.
actually goes through what, 2 cities
That's right.
from Denver to Aurora
Aurora.
and back. Yep. And I went to Regis University. It's called Colorado Heights now.
Yep. Know it well.
That's cool. Right down the street from Littleton.
Heck yeah, Ram. I
Which
love that.
I'm sure some of these places you remember. And I was out there when the great Bill McCartney,
That's right.
the head coach of the
Oh.
Colorado Buffaloes. Those were some
Yeah.
golden years back then. But you guys keep doing what you're doing. You got Madison on line, and let's try and get 3 more Wisconsin cities.
That's right.
That's right.
Yep. Stevens
keep-
Point.
yeah, we'll keep
Stevens
working.
Point, Eau Claire. We're coming for you.
We're
Thanks,
coming.
Let's
Ram.
go. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for taking
Ram.
my call.
Great to hear from you.
I was thinking this the other day,
Uh-oh,
and they were
whoa,
showing.
Tommy.
I was thinking.
Mason
I know.
was thinking.
Relax. It doesn't happen often. But I like as they were showing security around Madison Square Gardens, like
Oh yeah.
think about a garden. Think about like what they have to do to secure that area because all those subways, all those things, like come
Everything,
in
yeah.
underneath it. Like, do they shut all that down like around the games? Like,
No.
can you?
No, it's
You can
still
still
going.
come in and out.
Absolutely.
Because I remember whenever I was out there for those couple games and the fam came out, that's where we took the train in from New Jersey, and we came out right under MSG and like walked around. It was so it's like I just can't imagine what that area feels like around a game with all the people and all the security that has to go on just to kind of keep it under control in a sense.
Yeah, it is. You're absolutely right. I mean, it is crazy. It's nuts.
How
it
long
works.
is Colfax Avenue, Mitch Nellis?
like a mile and a half? 1,024 miles.
Not that much.
26 and a half.
26
I
and
was
a
thinking
half miles.
I was gonna say 30.
I
but-
was like, is this dumb Cudahy brain where I'm like, there's 27th Street isn't 26 miles?
No,
at
not
this
even
point?
close. Not
That
even
is-
close.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
Yeah. Think about where it goes.
Like, I mean, 27th Street gets you anywhere in Milwaukee,
On the south side,
I guess.
but then it
I'm
ends.
just saying, like, if you
It's
would have
like-
asked how long 27th Street is,
It's
I'd have been
27
like, oh,
miles.
yeah,
How big do you think
27
Milwaukee
miles.
is?
What is going on?
Like, are you getting to Kenosha on 27th Street?
You probably could.
I don't think so. 414-677-1250. How far south can you get on 27th Street?
Yeah.
And 27th Street going north, like once you hit Glendale, like it's done. Like it'll
Yeah,
take you
once it
through
hits
the
a-
north side, but once you hit Glendale, like you're not going much further. Somebody's got it. I kind of want to take it right now.
I'm
Can you
just
guys
saying.
do? Can you guys do the rest of the show?
27th
I kind of want to
Street.
go drive
Go
27th
do it and
Street.
give us a call and see how long. How long?
That'd be
it is.
amazing. That would be so much fun.
I'm just saying. Oh, it's also because it's continuous,
Right,
right? So,
right,
like,
yeah.
there's a couple breaks in the action of
Yeah.
27th Street.
Right.
That,
Well, that's
that
it's
It's
might-
a boulevard. I think it's Colfax Boulevard, and it's the longest.
But it's got to be
boulevard
continuous.
in the world.
Yeah. Gotta be.
Feels like you can get pretty close to 26 miles on 27th Street. Just saying.
Just doing maps.
Mason, I know I said it. Did I say it yesterday? I think I said it yesterday. I believe whoever wins tonight wins the series between the Knicks and the Spurs. I think if the Knicks go up 3-1, I think they'll figure out a way and not let the Spurs win 3 in a row. But I think if the Spurs win tonight and hit back and tie this at 2-2, having now, granted, we will understand that only the road team will have one in that case, and the Spurs will have to win at least one game at home to win the series. I believe that it flips the series on the head. It gets in the Knicks' heads a little bit. That the Knicks, the Knicks came home for game 3, and it wasn't just like a home game. I mean, this was pomp and circumstance. This was a celebration. Every celebrity on earth, the president was there, the mayor was there. All the old Knicks were there. And this was like a bigger event than an NBA Finals game. They have to figure out a way to focus up tonight, right? And
do you think that's a distraction?
I think it was a little bit, even not a ton. Like for the players, you've been in the Super Bowl. I don't think it was a huge distraction, but I think it was just enough to get them off their game a little bit, to take their edge in the second half, because they were up by 7 at halftime. And San Antonio came out and hit them hard and kept after them in the second half. I think for the Knicks to win tonight, they have to like almost block it all out and pretend like it is just the 10 guys on the court and that's it, and they have to play that way.
Yeah, what do you like? I'd be curious, and I don't have it right in front of me, Tommy. If you can look it up, like what was the Knicks' record at MSG this year? What was their? Because I wanted to bring that up yesterday. Was what like our home field or home court advantages? Like, can they be overrated sometimes?
They were 30-10 at MSG this year compared to 22-19 on the road.
Okay, so they do have.
So they were clearly better.
Yeah, they're clearly better at home for sure.
But during the playoffs, they weren't really like, because they had won 13 in a row.
Does it change in the playoffs?
Right.
Yeah.
It was almost like they, for a while, of course, it didn't matter where they played.
Yeah.
They were winning. They won in Atlanta. They won in Philly. They won in who they even play in the Eastern. Oh, they won in Cleveland.
Because you
then
see
they won
that
in San
sometimes
Antonio.
In all professional sports and all, it's like sometimes you are a team on the road. Like you kind of galvanize and you go on the road and you do better at times on the road. I know there in Green Bay, there were years where we dominated and we went, we lost in the playoffs at home. It's like, there were some times where it's like, I'm not sure we want to play in Lambeau Field right now. If the weather and like the type of team and how we were built, there were definitely years where I'm like, if we go on the road and we play some dome teams, Aaron's going to cook, right? Like it's going to be one of those where it's wide open. I look at like 2011, had we not gotten, home field advantage, I'm not sure we could have been stopped, right? Like if you put Aaron in a dome that year, I mean, he's going for 400 plus yards and, and 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I just remember even the loss at Arizona. Like Aaron was unbelievable in that game. And that should have been a win. I mean, he should have hit either Greg Jennings or they should have called the face mask. Either of those happened.
That was so dumb.
Right. But the play before, he had Greg Jennings wide open and missed him to win the game. But regardless, he was unbelievable in that game. Like you put him in a dome in January, you needed otherworldly factors to beat Aaron Rodgers.
Like Larry Fitzgerald.
Right.
Yeah. That was the only other one. 27th Street talk popping on the text line.
Of course
here.
it is.
As someone says it's 15 miles long.
Okay.
That's not a terrible guess by me.
That's not nothing.
Then. Right.
No.
I mean, we're in this, we're not, I guess, quite in the same ballpark, but I mean, it's a long street. Other people saying it's ending at 7 Mile Road, but if it merges into Highway 241.
Right. But that's not. But that's
take it all the way to Illinois.
Yeah,
so,
right, which is great, but that's still not. That's not the same road.
I mean, right? It just changes names,
right? And merges. There's probably a little angle there or something.
All right, I feel less dumb. I feel less dumb.
You should feel just as dumb, but not more dumb. You shouldn't feel any more dumb. You should just feel Cudahy dumb, like
What's the farthest like single highway you've ever driven on? Like where it's like I stayed on that highway.
I've driven I-90 from Chicago to Boston.
Chicago to Boston.
My.
Yes.
I've been on I-35 from I think basically south of Minneapolis all the way down to Austin.
Yeah.
So that's a trek.
I assume Chicago to Boston is longer than 65 from Chicago to like
goes way down there.
Mobile, Alabama,
Mobile.
Mobile, Alabama. I think Chicago to Boston is further. I've never driven west, so I've never done like 90 from Chicago to Seattle or 80 from. I guess I've done 80 from Chicago to New York, but Boston's obviously further. I've done. I know I have friends who've done 80 from Chicago to San Francisco.
Wow,
that's a schlep.
That's a long one.
That is. Tommy, you've driven all the way to East Troy, right?
Every day. Yeah, I'm
Do you go on 27th or is it? Which roads?
Just down 27th and then angle over.
Take it. Man, Bob
just hit 27th. You can get anywhere. It's fine. It goes 150
Tommy
miles.
should feel dong off the butt dumb.
That's all right.
20,
yes, thank you.
26 miles is like driving from Menominee to Eau Claire. No way your Milwaukee road is 26 miles.
That's
I mean,
right.
I feel like 15 is not that crazy off. I understand.
It's continued. Matt in Minneapolis says that's why in the Midwest we do distance by time and not miles.
Which
nobody knows how far things are.
Is also not like I feel like that's more of a Wisconsin thing.
Everything
definitely is.
In the Milwaukee area, everything's 20 minutes.
Right.
If it's more than 20 minutes,
that was the same in Green Bay. It was weird. It was like everything was 15 minutes.
Right.
Like I could get across town or to the stadium. It was the same amount of time.
Well, and then from living in middle of nowhere, Minnesota, everything was miles. You'd be like, oh yeah, that's 50 miles.
That's
away.
the same. Texas, it's always miles
miles
because it's the same amount of time because you're going to hit a huge open highway.
Right.
And it's like going to be.
What would the actual speed limit be on that highway? Not that anybody drove it. Everybody drove faster.
I think a lot of the highways in Texas are 80 plus now. Yeah.
I drove. This wasn't all on the same highway, but I drove from Milwaukee to Houston.
Okay.
I've done that drive.
Yeah,
that's
a trek.
Awful.
I stayed over in Little Rock, Arkansas. I think is where I
nice.
stayed over the night. Yeah.
So I'm driving over to Texas end of June here. To leave the van with my parents because the 4 girls are going to stay there for a week before we go for the 4th. And we're going to go through Little Rock. So that's like my initial thought on where we might stop for the night.
Are they in Georgetown still?
They're in Georgetown, yeah. So
Brentwood,
it's about 12 hours.
Tennessee to Georgetown, Texas.
12 hours? You're going to stay somewhere?
Hours. Yeah, because I'm leaving after our show on that Friday. I'm not driving.
You could do it if you were going
sure.
8 AP.
I've done it straight a ton. But yeah, we're just going to leave after the show on that Friday, and I'll get somewhere where it's like, hey, we can have dinner and relax.
Find a water park. Find a hotel with a water park. Yeah,
exactly.
Get the girls nice and tired.
Our teammate Don Wachillis just drove down to Tucson for.
That's a rough drive.
Yeah, like
Tucson, man.
Just drove from Milwaukee to Tucson.
It's not a straight shot, but
no, and it's 27 hours of driving. So I believe
3 days.
Yeah, I believe he made it 3 days. He said he's done it in 2 days, and it's awful.
That's
so he made it a third day.
But you got to be careful. I mean, you sitting that long, and you've heard some horrible things like guys blood clots and different things. Like you got to get out and stop and lay down and move around. But do you like? I don't like one highway. Like I like changing states. I like changing roads. Like if I'm on the same highway for 3 or 4 hours, it's just like, my God.
Yeah, I hear that. Like when we drive down to 38, again, we're on 65 forever. But then the last 2 to 3 hours is through like rural Alabama, rural Florida.
Yeah.
And that changes things up.
Yeah.
But I would also say like when we drive to East Tennessee, where the in-laws live, like 65, we hit Louisville, then we cut over to Lexington, then we cut back down to Knoxville. And you're right. It like keeps things a little fresh. Q says, I've done Milwaukee to San Diego through Denver twice. On the way back, I hit 7 national parks in 10 days. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Q, you win.
That. I love that.
For national parks, you definitely win that. That is very cool. 414-677-1250. When we come back, we'll take I haven't even done it yet, so I assume we can do it. We'll take a little peek at Packers Twitter, see what's going on at mini camps today, if there's any news or information, see if Trey Smack went 7 for 8 again, or did he go 5 for 8 and we should all panic?
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that last week. I didn't even see that.
But we did mention yesterday he was 7 for 8 and he hit a 51 and a 58 yarder.
Yeah.
So we were very happy, proud of him.
I'm a little concerned about those mid-range kicks, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
You got to hit those.
Those are the money makers.
Right. Those are non-negotiables.
Those are the money makers.
Yep. So we'll peek a little bit at that and just, keep the 27th Street vibes going. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
Yeah, buddy.
This is the Mason Crosby Show. Mitch Nellis, Tommy Wirtz, and Mason Crosby here. Jay in Bayview wants to let us know that next week he's driving from Oak Creek to Nashville. I asked my wife how far that is. She answered 10 hours. We're taking our daughter there for her 21st birthday. 10 hours? You agree, Mace? I can make it a little less.
Yeah, I think it's
a little
like
less. It's like 9.5.
9.5, depending on
Plus,
stops.
Oak Creek is south.
Yeah,
too,
Oak Creek,
south
you're
of
already there.
Milwaukee, Yeah,
Like, that's not.
You're in Nashville.
Yeah, I think it's a little under 10.
Yeah, it's if
His wife's being smart, probably just building in, some stops.
yeah.
Just a little
God,
stop.
stops.
Gotta
are the
stop for
worst.
jerky.
Stops are the worst.
A lot of good
when all
jerky
you're
stops.
trying to do is get to a destination, I hate stops, man. I would make it anything under 8 hours. There's one stop.
So you hate America.
There's one stop in
Like
an
you
8-hour
hate
drive.
experiencing people.
Well, I'm just saying one stop. I want to get to where I'm going. I
All
want to
right.
experience
so do
the
we
people to
all.
where I'm going.
You come on my road trip at the end of June with my 4 daughters and tell me you're not going to want to stop a few times.
Yeah,
Well,
or,
I'm just
or that
saying.
it's going to be full.
and the snacks are worth it with the Crosby Mobile for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, Charlotte has a plan for the snacks for this
Oh,
trip.
Are
She's
you
like,
taking the
I love
Sprinter?
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like, what do you
Dialed in.
mean? Why do you need to stop when you have a Sprinter on top of it? If you're like just making it, like
I just always ask them to put on a movie that like I enjoy listening to
Yes.
because
Yes.
it keeps me like I enjoy some of the stuff they put on and I've listened to Hannah Montana like too many times. I'm like, you know what movie I really love? Storks. Have you ever seen that movie, the animated?
yeah,
No,
it's
I've
an
heard of
old-
it,
Yeah,
but I
it's,
haven't.
older. Oh,
Yeah.
it's a little older, right? I was just gonna say that.
Yep.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
one
don't
of my
think I've
favorites.
seen Storks, to be honest, but I knew it was a longer time. Storks
All right.
movie, 2016. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess I would have thought it was even older than that.
So good.
It's on
Check it out.
Prime. All right.
All right, what are we
Hold
talking
on,
about?
I got
Are we
breaking
gonna talk sports
news.
or
I
we
got
got-
breaking
okay.
news. Luke from Ryan Wood by Ryan Wood on Twitter about an hour ago. Lucas Haversick kicking inside the Don Hudson Center today.
Good.
Extra point, good. 38 right hash mark, good. 40 left hash mark, good. 43 right, good. 46 left, good. 48 right, good. 53 middle, good. 58 middle, good.
Uh-oh.
Lucas Haversick,
Kicking
perfect.
cop.
Kicking conversation. Ready, go. Before we get to this, Mason, James is on the south side of Milwaukee. James, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
Yeah, you guys talking about road trips and driving and that.
Yeah.
We did one in 2 weeks. We put about 5,000 miles on a car.
Nice. What'd you hit?
Well, we went all the way from here out to Pennsylvania and then came on down through South, down through Tennessee and that. Came down through Mississippi, down to Mississippi.
Wow.
Came down into New Orleans.
Nolans. Nolans.
New Orleans, yeah. You came all the way down to Padre Island, which is on Kennedy Causeway, and then came all the way on back from that, going back up through Texarkana, where I got sick, man. I'll tell you, those people down there, I think they wanted to kill me, man.
Oh, no.
Friday, hey, like we have Friday fish fries.
You gotta watch your language.
Yes, I thought we were gonna get, whatever, and I came on back and that, and I'll tell you, it was an Oregon trip and a half, and it was enjoyable. But like you said, it's miles. You get a lot for how many miles and stuff like that you drive between each place, and that to get out and walk. Otherwise, you get mesmerized type of thing there, and you can get in an accident or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
got to lock in.
All right, James,
Man, that
thanks
is
for
a
the call.
trek. That is a trek.
Yeah, he had me until like New Orleans because like you do that whole loop around Mississippi and you can come back pretty easily.
Yeah.
But then when you go down to New Orleans and then down to Padre Island, man,
Seriously.
now you're far away. This is the Mason Crosby Show, 414-677-1250. Jaeger Burton. Tommy, who is Jaeger Burton?
That was their mid-round offensive line pick.
He is playing with the ones right now. Now, granted, there's a bunch of guys being held out. But Matt LaFleur said, and Ryan Wood quotes, he's definitely going to be in the mix for playing time this year. I'd like to see draft picks pushing for playing time, not getting playing time by default because other guys are hurt or they're weak at certain positions. And so if that is the case here, and I know it's minicamp, so guys are going to miss for, again, hangnails or whatever. But if some of these guys like DDS or Burton or whoever can push some of the incumbents for playing time, That is what's going to make this team better and better.
I don't know about you, Crosby, but I doubt those words from Matt LaFleur just because of Aaron Banks. If he was going to take Aaron Banks' job, they would then have cut Aaron Banks because they could have made some money off of that, by the way, this year. Sean Ryan significantly improving at center all throughout the year last year, and Anthony Belton, a second-round pick. So where does he start in the interior?
Yeah, he's not starting. He's pushing for playing time. So, let's actually, listen to the words he's saying. Some guy's going to get dinged up. Somebody's going to be he is trying to prove that he's a viable backup if something happens, and he can step in and be good in that position.
Right.
And that is a rookie's job.
Not be a disaster.
Yeah. When you're a drafted rookie, if you have the mindset, I'm going in here and I'm going to push all these guys that have been here and these supposed starters at this moment, and I am going to push to try to make them better. And if they don't, I should have an opportunity. But that is their job as a rookie, is to try to prove that they are ready to be in that second spot, or even have a look to maybe step into a starting role at some point. So if he's already there here in minicamp, I think that there's nothing but positive there. But they're going to see as much. They want to see as much of those guys as possible. Cisse, they want to see as much of him as possible.
Yep.
Can he be a viable starter, or is he going to be a serviceable backup that if somebody goes down, he can step in and be a good option for this team? Everything I'm hearing about Cisse, our good buddy Andy Herman is saying he looks the part. He looks like that guy that could be in this league and do good things for this football team.
And another storyline now here developing. Matt Schneidman tweeting out, Tucker Kraft just said he anticipates playing week 1 without a pitch count. We also have some sound from it here as well.
Are you playing? I literally have it loaded.
I'm doing better than expected. I would really attribute it to the time and the commitment I put into my rehabilitation early on, the first 3 months. That really has catapulted me to where I am now. I feel great. My quad looks great. Swelling is minimal to none. No weird pains and aches coming out of my treatment and my training. So, we're really excited to get this ball rolling, and we're going to take off.
Oh man, that ping pong table.
Yeah, where do they do it? Do they have one in the locker room now?
Are they doing these interviews? Ping pong table's gonna be the first thing to go if things don't go well in the first 4 weeks.
If somebody gets hurt playing ping pong, that thing's out of there.
Was that not there for you, Mace?
Well, I'm usually you do interviews in the locker room. They have ping pong table in the lounge.
They're in the locker room.
They brought them into the locker room now. Things are changing up there. I mean, you said locker room was was that. It was for that space, we're in separate space for the ping pong table.
So starting training camp on PUP, but believing you'll be ready at week 1 with no limited snap count. Is that best case scenario for Tucker Kraft?
I mean, you have to think so. Yeah. I mean, what is that time frame? When was he hurt? Late October,
right?
Yeah. So he's like a month and a half ahead of Micah. So I think that sounds right. They're gonna judge that. He's gonna get some good practice time and some solid reps throughout camp, especially towards the second half. And if he's ready to go, I don't see why you don't just put him out there and let him go do his thing.
He got hurt on the Carolina game, the 2nd of November.
Okay,
so right in the beginning of November.
It's about a month before Micah.
So
that's about right.
I think it's going to be interesting to see, of course, as we all watch how the ball gets spread around to Tucker Kraft and the newly signed Christian Watson, the newly signed or extended Jaden Reed, and how that all works with the guys. I have some Christian Watson here too, if we want to hear that. That was from yesterday, but
he had a half season last year. If you extrapolate those numbers out to 17 games, they look pretty good. You find yourself wondering, man, what does the production look like if I have a full season? And what do you think that would look like?
I don't think I found myself wondering what it could have been. I think I found myself looking forward to what's going to happen this year, to be honest. Like I said, I'm trying to put myself in the best position to get 17 plus games this season. So I'm just excited to see where it goes this year. I think that I have an opportunity to take a step forward, even I did last year, and if I can take that step forward and play, obviously more games, I think I'll be in a really good spot.
What do you think the numbers look like for the full season? In terms of what you can do, yeah.
I'm definitely trying to eclipse that 1,000. I'm trying to score as many touchdowns as I can. I try not to look into the number stuff too much. I try to take it week by week. But if I'm really searching and I want to have some set personal goals, I definitely I want to have double-digit touchdowns. And I want to have over 1,100 yards.
So 1,100 yards, double-digit touchdowns. Sparky on his show yesterday said, all this is great, but how can you even expect more than 12 or 13 games from Christian Watson based on his history, based on what he's done? And if he plays 12 or 13 games, are we going to be disappointed in Christian Watson?
I think so. I think that's like, I do want to ask that question because I'm like kind of thinking back will this be one of his first off seasons ever, to be healthy and be able to go through a full off season, not doing rehab?
Right?
Well, I'm not even counting that. Yeah. Since he's been a Green Bay Packer, this has to be his first full off season, right? He came in as a rookie and had that time, but I still remember, I think he was dinged up. He had hamstring some things because
he dropped the pass in week 1. That's all I remember.
Yeah.
So that's why I would assume he had a little bit healthier time for that. He was ready to go week 1 at least.
Because his rookie year was my last year. And I remember rehabbing with him whenever I had my knee thing and he had a hamstring issue. So he's dealt with stuff his whole time. So if they can manage him well through this offseason, through all that, I think my number is he has to play 14 plus games. You have to get to that threshold where you're playing 14 plus games on a consistent basis to take that next step and expect those numbers to be where they are. Because if you're not available for 5+ games, you just can't expect to be like that key piece and that key cog in this offense. It's just not, you can't expect a team to build an offense around you if you're not available that much.
You know what I do like he said, Mason? Like what he said, Mason, where he said 17 plus games.
Yeah.
So, playoffs should
speak it into existence.
Exactly. That shouldn't even be a question mark for these guys. Can Christian Watson average 80 yards per game?
Oh, yeah.
Because that's 1,100 yards in 14 games.
Okay.
If he plays 14 out of 17 and he averages 80 yards a game, he'll hit that 1,100 number.
Yeah, he'll have a 150 game in there too.
Well, you would expect.
He gets some big, he'll get some big chunk games. Unfortunately, I do think at times he's that type of player where he'll have 150 and then he'll get 45 or 50 yards in a game. But I do think those averages are going to. He needs to be in that range. I think he needs to be in that 75 to 90 yards a game type range to be the type of player that they expect him to be, and if this team wants to go where it wants to go and says it wants to go, and we have expectations for them to win the North and host a playoff game and go and try to fight for a Super Bowl, you're going to have players like Christian Watson, Tucker Kraft, that are going to have to put those numbers up. Winning games is the first and foremost, but to win those games, your star players and the guys that you pay to make those plays, those numbers are the factor to get you there. And you can't shy away from it. And I don't think he did. He said, yeah, you got to set goals. I want to get over 1,100 yards and I want double-digit touchdowns.
Yep.
Now go chase that. If you fall short of it, you reevaluate. You can have a little moment of disappointment. And then you set new goals and you chase after that, for the next season. So I do think having a set number, and I'm glad he said it, because now it's all right,
speak it into existence. You just said it.
Go and get 1,100 plus. Let's see you do it. And I think professional athletes work well in that space. And I'm excited to see if they will build an offense that puts Christian Watson in a position to go get 80 plus yards. 10 plus targets a game. I think it's time to stop being afraid to really identify your key players on that offensive side of the ball and let Jordan Love really feed those guys and let them go and make big plays. Like it's just time with this offense.
Tommy, now that you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, right?
I am in a relationship.
Yeah. Have you found someone who loves you the way that Micah Parsons loves LVN? LVN, I know yesterday talked about like that Micah Parsons is continuously in his ear, teaching him, pumping him up, getting him ready, like having him see things in ways he hasn't seen before. Micah Parsons loves LVN. And if that can be manifested into LVN's production on the field, I know you don't necessarily trust it, Tommy, but that could be the next step in that evolution.
I trust Micah Parsons.
Okay.
That's
why don't you trust LVN? Like, if he didn't get hurt last year, like his start of his season was really solid.
I think he was disruptive last year. I don't know if he was productive last year. Does that make sense? Where I saw
when we talk about pressure and like QB pressures and pressure being a huge factor, almost less sometimes than sacks in that production. So I would argue that LVN could be like a pressure disruptor. And if he can stay healthy and Micah Parsons comes back in week 5, 6, 7, whatever that looks like, that can be the catalyst to get Micah Parsons like a ton of sacks as well.
Absolutely. And that's why
that's the hope, right?
If
that's
Micah Parsons wants to endorse him, fine. Okay, I'll trust Micah Parsons because I know how important that guy is to the Packers. And I will gladly bring on if we're gonna do, hey, I want this guy on the team for Giannis and it's his brother and putting up production like Thanasis and Alex were doing. If Micah Parsons wants to be like, hey, I want this guy on the field with me at the same time, yeah, cool. I will do that. And it's Lucas Van Ness, a guy who a lot of expectations out of Green Bay. He was a first-round pick, obviously, and we've seen what we think is constant improvement every year, just not necessarily first-round production out of him. I'm still game for it. If Micah Parsons wants to endorse him, cool. But then it's on you, Micah, also a little bit too. If you want to say hype me up about Lucas Van Ness, he's got to stay healthy to this point as well.
Do you think if Micah doesn't come back, let's say he misses 6 games, what kind of production do you want to see out of LVN? Like if
Rashawn Gary level of production,
if LVN gets 6+ sacks,
yeah,
then you're on board with the.
I was going to say 4.
But are you going to be upset if LVN isn't very productive without Micah? But then when Micah comes back, they're both super productive.
No, that'd be fine too. Again, I think that his measuring stick is now just be better than Rashawn Gary, right? That's all he has to do because Rashawn Gary, I think everyone was done with him by the time he got sent off by Green Bay. So if Lucas Van Ness can prove that he is more beneficial to be on this team than Rashawn Gary, he will have done his job for me. That's where I am with him.
414 text in 414-677-1250. Nikolai Law talking text line. Hot take: consistently disruptive is more important than productive. Ideally, you want both, but you can still make a big difference without racking up counting stats.
Maybe that's the case too. But if Micah Parsons is not on the field, someone has to get the stats, and that is where I point to with Lucas Van Ness. Maybe Hargrave picks up some stats. Maybe Devontae Wyatt being healthy.
Well, I think they're going to help LVN to get some of those numbers up. Then, if those guys can be productive in the interior, and hey, I applaud Micah Parsons. Like this is what a good teammate does: is he knows he's not going to be available for 4 to 6 games. You hype up the next guy up, and you make sure that in your absence, he is getting the job done, and he knows what he's supposed to do and how to do it at a high level. And if anything, I'm juiced that is being spoken into this space.
Yeah,
because I think sometimes we don't hear those things coming out of Green Bay. So I'm thankful for that.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nelson, aka Thunder. Mason's extra points are next. Guys, we're talking about being productive on the football field. It's time to be productive in the bedroom as well. It is time for Blue Chew Gold, the revolutionary 4-in-1 upgrade that targets both your brain and your body. It dissolves right under your tongue, starts working in as little as 15 minutes. That means less waiting, more confidence, and a whole new level of readiness because it's not just physical, it is mental as well, getting you ready to be productive in the bedroom. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. That's BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Get 10% off your first month of Blue Chew Gold with code THUNDER. That's promo code THUNDER. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. It is time to be productive with Blue Chew Gold.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis.
Tell me what's on your mind.
On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right. Thanks for listening to the Mason Crosby Show today with me, Mason Crosby, Mitch Thunder Nellis, and Tommy Wirtz. I always think that, now we're thinking, does that sound like Andy Herman? I always think it's Andy Herman whenever I hear that. So
could be.
Now
we're
you
thinking.
kidding me?
That was Tommy Wirtz.
That was Tommy.
Dong off his butt.
Dong off his butt. I'm heading to Green Bay in the morning, so I will be off tomorrow. But, hey, the World Cup starts officially tomorrow.
Wow.
Mexico versus South Africa at 2 o'clock.
Chives tomorrow night.
Three of us? I don't know.
Yeah.
You're coming up?
Rob Hall can come, I guess.
Yeah, Rob. Yep, I'm going to see Rob.
When is Ghana playing?
We're going to be golfing tomorrow afternoon.
You don't
at
know
the-
when Ghana plays.
You got to find out. Yeah, find out when
Yeah.
Ghana plays.
When's Luxembourg play?
Yep. But hey, if you're in the Green Bay area or if you want to come up, that free event on Friday night.
It's gonna be a blast.
Me, Jay Demerit, Lauren Sesselman, former Canadian national team player. From up there.
Oh, Canada.
Yeah, we're gonna be there. at title
Nolan
time.
Crosby.
Nolan will
Get
be
to meet
there.
Nolan
yeah.
and his great head of hair.
Yeah, we'll see what he's doing. I think he's getting a haircut, so he's going to be fresh.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh, hey, I'm going to be at WNFL on Friday. Doing it, doing the
Nice.
show live from Green Bay.
We maybe have thunderstorms tonight, this afternoon, so we don't know exactly what's happening.
The next 2 days.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
possible
so-
tornadoes.
So
Yeah, be careful out
maybe softball tonight, maybe not. We're keeping our
safe.
eye on. Yep. Brewers one last one in Vegas tonight. 14.5, Mace. You got the over?
there. Yeah, I'm taking the over.
Tommy?
Brewers, if they don't score 10 tonight, then they've
the
really
over.
messed up.
Taking the over. Take the over. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Take the over. He's Tommy Wirtz. He's Mason Crosby. I'm Mitch Nelson, a.k.a. Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show.
Later.
I was